Hi, I'm Yuri Calderon, the Executive Director of the Small School Districts Association in California, where we're committed to driving innovation and opportunity for rural schools. One of our most transformative milestones came in 2019 when SSDA was awarded a $4 million federal education, innovation, and research grant focused on bringing greater access to computer science education to schools across 6 Northern California counties.
Located midway between Sacramento and Redding in Northern California, Glenn County has struggled to bring computer science to its school districts. In 2022, just 5% of high school students were enrolled in a computer science class. But that started to change in 2023 with the CS for NorCal partnership. Glenn County started growing its CS Pathways and has become a true success story, showing how computer science can take root even in the most rural areas of California. Join me as we take a closer look at Glenn County.
Computer science is talked about a lot more than it was in our regional CISC meetings, even just in our science subcommittee meetings. I think the pandemic also lent itself to schools and districts being more receptive to implementing elements of computer science, just because I think technology has changed considerably, and I think schools are realizing that they need to keep up. We owe it to our kids, really, that are going to live in a world that is much more computer science oriented. We have to make sure we give our kids those experiences.
Glenn County has benefited from a variety of CS champions, from energetic teachers like Garrett Edwards to County Office of Education leaders like Darren Massa and Anna Lane. All these champions have helped grow the computer science impact through their passion, leadership, and encouragement of schools and educators.
The students call me Maestra Zamora. I'm one of the dual language kindergarten teachers at Mill Street. At the beginning, we do a little computer science, but now we try to incorporate, like if we're doing something for math, then we try to do directionality, or if we're doing something where they have to create a code, and then the students can see that computer science is really everywhere. At the age right now that we're at, I think it's just exposure, and if a student in the classroom really likes it, and I think it's like a good way for them to be more involved in computer science, and it may lead to something else,
So with the MSCS grant, I think that will lend itself to opportunities to have that pathway with computer science. I think we have seen some growth in those pathways at a certain school district. I have seen teachers implementing computer science lessons, particularly at the younger, lower grades, and success with that.
The largest community in Glenn County is home to Lake and Orland school districts, which are shining examples of building and growing sustainable CS pathways. In the Orland district, 9 elementary teachers have attended CS for NorCal Professional Learning and expanded their confidence to teach computer science. Lake Elementary School is another stellar example of CS implementation. Science teacher Garrett Edwards integrates CS into his courses and inspires kids and teachers alike. 2 fellow educators joined CS for NorCal and are now teaching CS in the after-school program.
I've been doing CS in my classroom for the past several years, and I'm working kind of intimately now to get it CSI, integrating it into my science instruction. How do I use logic and problem solving to, answer questions in science? So that could apply to, physical science, life science, engineering, all those things. I think project-based learning is a huge thing that's really helpful for a lot of kids, because then they have a tangible thing they can walk away with. Once we start making connections and having kids think about how they can, really use a computer to do cool things, then it becomes something more fun for them to do.
I think the step that needs to take place is school leaders making the connection between computer science and positive student outcomes in other content areas. That computer science can help us raise our math and ELA scores and our science scores.
It's difficult to have inroads with the schools at the county office level. Maybe partner with that teacher leader who is involved and passionate and has that interest in computer science, so that they can be the leader at their school and encourage and model.
I think one of the successes has been how hands-on it can be and how much the students are learning and how comfortable they have become with computer science.
Ideally, the resources that are built into it is how plug and play can this be? It's got to work, and it's got to work consistently. And it's got to be at a price point that's easily replaceable. I mean, these things are going to get beat up.
In Glenn County, over half the school districts have embraced the opportunity to grow computer science education through CS for NorCal's professional learning program. This regional momentum shows how even the smallest rural districts can support their teachers.
I think the training that we did during the summer really showed me what possibilities in the classroom can be. I think if they were able to see what we're doing in the classroom and how it can be hands-on, it can be whole class, and I think that would maybe open the door for other teachers and students.
And all the professional development they provided has been huge. I think the community that's in there that I've worked with and the programs has been really good.
It's nice when we can connect to regional partners. It was really eye-opening to hear the kinds of things that they were doing and how they were using computer science to supplement what's happening in the classroom in math. We are renovating a building that we have here in Orland to create a collaborative learning space that we can train teachers in, that we can have family STEM nights, family computer science nights, and to help sustain that work.
So I think computer science is such a big part of kind of education as we move into the future. So as an educator, I think having things and devices and experiences is so important, because at the end of the day, especially middle school, we don't remember our instruction, we remember our experiences.
This isn't just about coding. It's about opening doors to future careers, developing critical thinking skills, and showing rural students that they belong in tech. We're proud of the progress made so far, and this is only the beginning.
Thank you to our partners for supporting this effort, and to all of you who joined me in visiting Glenn County. I hope the tour offered a meaningful look at the dedication to innovation in these communities, where the future is growing through computer science.